Kendrick Lamar's released another diss track. What's he called it? Not Like Us. And I feel compelled actually to put another video out just to share some of my thoughts on it and to show my appreciation for the fact that Kendrick Lamar, who when J. Cole released a diss track on him, the 7-minute drill one, he did say one of the biggest critique was, "Oh, Kendrick Lamar, you don't release enough music and you've not really put out much albums, blah blah blah." And now this artist has released 3 diss tracks in the space of 12 hours, and they seem to be touching on like rebuttals from Drake. So it almost feels as if, I'm not going to say it is that, because this could all be orchestrated. I don't think it is, but it could all be orchestrated. But Drake releases one and then K. Dot releases another rebuttal, and he seems to be touching on some of the things Drake's dissing him on. So it just seems like he's doing it there and then, and let's just say he is, because this is just bringing the heat. What else have I written here? Yeah, I just wanted to take a moment and appreciate that I'm alive, that I get to witness such a historic music event. I think another one that kind of stands out to me is like the Life of Pablo album by Kanye West was another sort of historic event in the realm of rap. There are others, but that's another one that shines through for me from my personal experience. And I appreciate the work ethic, and it's inspiring. It's makes me reflect on myself to realize that I can do more. In summary, some of the topics and angles that K. Dot in this particular diss track has come at, I'll go through some of them, but I would just say that I'm going to just conclude here that this is like a public execution. This is an overkill of Drake. This is the elimination of Drake. I'm going to be honest, I am slightly biased because I'm a big fan of K. Dot, I'm a big fan of J. Cole, I'm a big fan of Kanye West. So, all these guys, I think J. Cole doesn't, but it's very evident that K. Dot hates Drake, and I know Kanye West doesn't like Drake at all either. And we'll look at some of the angles he's come at, and I don't think a lot of people, if any of this stuff is true, which in battle rap, which you're coming with angles, they don't necessarily have to be the truth. It's just things that kind of get a reaction out of people, make people second guess themselves. So in the sport of diss tracks, I think anything goes. So how much of the truth this is, I don't know, but I'm not gonna disrespect and question K. Dot and saying that he's like making up lies or anything like that. I'm not putting that accusation out there at all. So I think one of K. Dot's biggest accusations, I'm not going to repeat, about Drake, and it's pretty serious. I won't repeat it, so you can listen to the diss track yourself and see that angle, and it's horrid. But the other thing, I think the angle, which is a clever angle, is that Drake, he has been known for biting on other people's flow, biting on other people's rap style. And I'm from the UK, and he's like come and he's done tracks with, he's adopted some of the drill flow, and he's done tracks with UK artists, most recently like Central C. And now you could say that that's people collaborating, being smart, opening new audiences up to Drake, and making Central C making Central C more marketable to Drake's audience, blah blah blah. But the angle that K. Dot has come from, saying that you're not a colleague to these guys, you're an actual colonizer, and it's a play on white and black. It's a play on. It's brilliant. It's absolutely fantastic. I think it's it's an assassination of character, and I just thought that's such a smart way of coming at it. he obviously doesn't mention any of the UK rap artists, but he's mentioning like 21 Savage, what you got out of him, why you sort of like had him on board as a colleague, but you're not a colleague, you're colonized. Why you had 2 Chainz on board, why you had Future on board, because you wanted to like get the plays in clubs and stuff like that with his type of, his type of music. That's my other point. Yeah, another point is that J. Cole, I think he is literally one of the luckiest guys, because he bowed out from this chaos of diss tracks by apologizing, saying that it didn't sit right with him. And I'm a big fan of J. Cole, like incredible lyricist, and he was really the only one that would be able to match or even come close to K. Dot. He bowed himself out respectfully. He even, took down his music, the diss track, and he did a really smart thing, because look what's happening here. Look how much of a character assassination. Look how much Drake's name is being put under the mud. In one track he said, you've got another daughter. In this track he's called him all sorts, and he's like come with an angle which is so poetically put and so smartly put and put together. I just love it. And I'll just conclude with the fact that if you love rap, if you love hip hop, and if you love the art of like poetry to a beat, then this is a fantastic time to be alive, and we're very, very lucky. Also, just a final point, as a consumer of these diss tracks and battle rapping and this type of music, like, the consumer cannot keep up. The consumer's overwhelmed, because it's been 3 tracks in 3 hours, and it's been back and forth. It's it's relentless. I haven't got enough time to like sit on the music to even like cross analyze, cross examine, to take it any further, for people to be sued or not sued and blah blah blah. It's chaos. Imagine, like, we as a consumer, we're not able to sort of get through it, so to speak. Imagine how Drake and his people are feeling. Just imagine for a moment how these individuals are feeling. I think in reflection, if it is a sport and it should be respected as a sport, I would say the diss tracks, then they're both benefiting from notoriety, even more notoriety. But I think some of the accusations, they need to be answered for, and that could lead to lawsuits, for example. Anyways, fantastic diss track, and a relaxed beat, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I think I'm gonna listen to it a few hundred more times over the next couple of days, unless obviously another couple of diss tracks are coming out. I can't predict what's going to happen next on this front, but I'm just enjoying it. Alright, that's it. Thank you.